This is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. This video is for Oscar in New York. I believe it's part 4. It's another update what I have done today with this vehicle and the progress and couple of pointers I wanted to show, a couple of areas before I put it all back together. Now, first thing is, as you can see, the sprocket on the exhaust camshaft on the passenger side is removed because I wanted to slacken up the chain enough so I can actually see the condition of the guide rails, at least some of the conditions. So, and I'm gonna try to show you the guide rails. So basically, this one is our timing chain tensioner rail. This was not replaced, so this seemed to be original because by the grooves I can feel that it is pretty much original. Now, what can I say about it? I mean, it's actually not too terrible, and no chips, no cracks. So this seemed to be in decent condition, so we can leave that alone, because to remove this I have to remove the harmonic balancer, and that's gonna be a little bit more involved. Once you remove harmonic balancer, then you might as well replace the water pump, then you might as well already remove the timing chain cover and redo the middle guide, which is most problematic job on this engine, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now, this guide, I'll try to get the shot. I don't know if I can, if it's going to let me, maybe with the camera on, with the here it goes. Okay. So this guide, this was a replacement guide. It's not original. You can tell because, let's see if it focuses, because you see the wear is minimum. So this was replaced at some point. Probably when they replaced the chain, they replaced this guide and these guides, because they're also in good condition. Now this one, you can see a little bit of course you're gonna have a little bit of scratching on the surface, but obviously because chain is running on these guides. And then this guide, let me try to show you. I'm sorry because it's not like, you know, this is not the production video, this is a update, a report. So here we got our chain sort of folded in. Camshafts are locked, of course. I'm not that crazy to do this. As you can see, this guide, it's actually also pretty nice shape. Now the guide that is the most problematic, the inner guide, I'm gonna reset the timing anyway, doesn't matter. The inner guide is in place also. You can see how the chain sort of curves. So let's see if I can focus on that. The curve on the chain is okay, so I can say that the inner guide is all right. So I don't think we should just go and rip the engine apart to change it, because they last a long time unless engine starts for oil. It's rare case for those guys to go bad. As you can see, the nice curve, so it just runs. That's our sprocket there. That's a crankshaft sprocket already, so you can actually see that right there. You can see the crankshaft sprocket, so it looks good. I mean, I don't know, you see the curvature of the chain is okay, so I think we should leave that alone. Otherwise, to replace that, I mean, I wish I could easily, but it's not an easy job, because even though I'm halfway there more or less, but it will require removing the chain cover, which is this part right here. I doubt they replaced that guide. I don't see any kind of scratches on bolts anywhere, so I think that is all original. So to get to that part, you obviously have to remove all of this stuff, and then you remove the cover, and also oil pump you have to remove on the bottom of the engine. So I don't think we have to do it. We should leave it as is. The timing sets, so I think we'll be alright. Unless you really want to do it, I'll do it. I mean, it's gonna take a little bit, and I'll do it, no problem. Now, I don't think we should replace these guides either, because they have very minimal wear. So those are definitely replacement guides. Again, the camshafts are locked, as you can see them, so they're not going anywhere. and I have to reset the timing anyhow because I've been moving these things, moving this thing around a lot. And so that's that. Now that's in terms of our chain drive. The most work I've done today actually was to remove pipes, power steering pipes, because the pipes, there's two of them down there, as you can tell. See if you can see them. I don't know if the camera catches it because I got too much light going on there. Maybe like that or something, I don't know. Okay, well, let's see if I can move the light toward the pipes better. There's one, and then there's another one. Okay, so those are cooler, the pipes that go to cooler. If you call it the cooler, it's like this circuit right here. It just cools the fluid. So very difficult to get to, because I'll raise the car up in the air to show you what happened. You have to get this cover sort of moved around, because if the cover is in place, it covers the steering gear. So to get to those pipes, I actually removed them both. The actual steering gear had to come off. We have a wheel off, and then you see that's where steering gear mounts. So you move it around over there, and I actually had to take the crossover exhaust pipe, remove that, take it off, because there was more room available to undo the hoses. So I guess I'm not gonna raise it in the air. I mean, I did the fuel pump area, that's all finished, and exhaust hangers are done, so that is done. So now I'm concentrating on this stuff. So what we have here is, this is our crossover exhaust pipe. That's one of the power steering hoses that I have a new hose for. Got some more parts that came in. You got some heat shields, you got this pipe. This is our suspension pipe. This seemed to be alright. I can, well, I mean, I replace it. I have another piece here, so I can use this piece to replace complete piping. This is the same diameter, so you know, so we should be okay. So this is our pipe that comes, you know, that you get these heat shields for. So this pipe, this pipe is a high pressure hose, even though it does not seem to be leaking, but you know, it looks terrible first of all, plus the heat shield is damaged here in two areas. So you see it's like broken and stuff. So I ordered this one, is coming from Germany, so it's gonna take like 5 days or something to get, but I'll replace it because it's really tight in there, and once it's all apart, might as well change it. The donut on the exhaust is nice, actually. That's surprising. So the bolts came loose. I didn't break any bolts. This is our old oil fuel filter. This is our old harness. This is actually was the old heat shield for a pipe that is the shorter pipe that goes to a cooler. So that's that. So this is the new one. I already put it together, so it's cleaned up, nice and clean. New heat shield, new clamps, everything new, because again, it's very tight down there. So see, this area is finished, but this one I'm gonna have to still feed onto the pipe. I also ordered some new crush washers, so we're gonna do it once for many years to come. Now the next area, this is one of the one-way valves, by the way, the fuel one-way valves, the ones that were leaking around the O-rings. These are some old parts. This is our leaking camshaft magnet. This is how it looks inside. As you can see it, it's pretty terrible looking, pretty dirty. So that's 1992. I mean, you can sort of expect that. Our exhaust hangers, some of them are decent, some of them are not. As you can see, this one is all cracked, so that's obviously not good. So what else we have here? Some other exhaust hangers are okay, actually. You know, these are like decent looking exhaust hangers. Maybe they were replaced at some point. I'm very upset that the newer hangers, they're much thinner. This is old school stuff. This is much nicer, thicker, lasted all these years, even though cracked, but they still hold on. But the newer ones are much thinner, so it's not cool, but obviously that's the best ones we can get. Mercedes-Benz dealer parts. So this is not, you know, this is what it is. The this is our fuel pump assemblies along with filter assembly hangers. As you can see, these are done. The new ones are exactly the same, so that's good. Now the whole assembly hangs pretty nice and tight. It's not jumping around. These are all, as you can see, they're all perished. That's that. What else we got here? Now we got air. Nothing in here. Well, these are oiler tubes. So that's these parts. I just keep a track of what was replaced, what wasn't, so I know, you know, kind of a trace of things. So it's always good to have. And then when it's all finished, then I throw everything away. So steering damper, this one has completely no pressure, so this one, they all go bad, as you can see. Let go and it just closes, so that's bad. I removed it so it's not in the way. So that's that. Now I started cleaning power steering pump because I received the rebuild kit. This is a power steering pump bracket, so as you can see, it's cleaned up and looks pretty nice. I cleaned off all the silicone here from the surface area. I received new hose, new gasket for it. The crossover pipe, this piece is still loose. I'm gonna tighten it at the end. So that's that. Now this is one of the power steering hoses I've done. I need to find a hose that goes between the two. This is notorious for leaking. They all leak, so I'm gonna find one of these, put it in there. And this is the upper chain covers. This is how it looked, and this one how it's cleaned off. These are left and right. So as you can see, this is how it looks when I removed it. Okay, so this is the one that was leaking over here. As you can see, it's all. So I need to clean them off anyhow because I do need to get to seals. I have to replace these seals, camshaft seals. So this is how it cleaned off well. There's some etching, some dirt still remains, very hard to reach areas, but that's all dried up to a point where it's just embedded in metal, so we'll let it be. So the most, as you can see, apparent difference. Obviously I'm gonna degrease it again. This is on the other side. This is also was all silicone, so this is all cleaned up. So that's good news. I have to still deal with these valve covers. I also have to clean them up, but that's next. That's the next thing, because also we have the PCV system blocked off over here. One little pipe blocked off. I have to blow them out. So that's our covers. The bracket for power steering. The power steering pump itself is on the bench. It's going to be ready for rebuild. I set it all up, put it on the table, so we got our little pump here. So I cleaned it up, and it looks pretty good, so I don't want no dirt all over the place when I take it apart, so it looks good. I can't see I can't see a production date. Oh, wait a minute, maybe I could. No, I don't know what it is, if it was replaced or not. Well, it says 8, but it's weird. Just 8, not 08, just nothing. It just says, as you can see, it just says 8. 6, what is this? 6 or 8? 8? I think it's 8. Or 6. I don't know what it is, but the thing is, it's like I cannot say when it was produced. Maybe it was replaced or not, or whatever the case is. It's off. Let's see this number here. Oh, this says 98. Okay, see, this one says 98. I think it was done in 98. So it's a replacement pump, I assume. It doesn't seem to be rebuilt pump. It's like new pump. So it's a good news then. The internals should be okay. I'm gonna just change all the seals. I got the kit, so we change all the seals, because again, to remove the pump and this engine is, might as well just do it, because it was, the fluid was all over the place. I don't want to risk it. Might as well just do it. So this is a setup. I'm gonna work in this area to take it all apart and take some parts to the parts bin to clean the parts. Let me see if I can catch a shot from underneath the fuel pump area. It's a few pumps. And that's basically nothing really changed much here, just new filter. It's not focusing, and obviously high pressure hose is new. Supply line is good, so we'll leave it be. Right, so that's that. So I think that's all for now. I'm still using old tensioners, so just to keep chain up and down. Once I set all the timing right and everything, then I'll put new tensioner in, degrease the surfaces, and that's all going to be good to go. I have new dipstick, yeah, then I'm gonna give it a nice wash, and we should be good. But I do need to put those power steering pipes in first, so since I'm waiting for them, I might as well just either do the timing, set the timing, and do everything that needs to be done on the timing side and valve covers, or I just redo power steering pump. I'm not sure yet, but whatever, there is some things to do, there's plenty of things to do. So that's basically where we stand right now. So it's coming along. Just want to make this update, and I'll probably make a couple more updates later on in the week when I get more parts come in. Alright, so this is Victor at RestoringMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.